And so the last topic that we've got to talk about today is kind of the mental and physical parts of driving. You know, people don't necessarily think of driving as this mental activity or this, you know, maybe even sometimes we don't even think of it as a physical activity. But our mental state can play a very large part in how we react to certain situations. Okay, and so emotions and driving are kind of the first thing that we're going to talk about. So your strong emotions can and will affect your ability to think, to reason, and to make decisions. Okay, and now think about, you know, you find out bad news. If you were to get word of somebody's death, for instance, okay, if you've just broken up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, if you know you've been to the doctor and received bad news, getting in the car and your mind is racing 1,000 miles a minute already about the situation at hand, how are you going to perform the IPDE process? How are you going to make sure that you're driving safely and that you're paying attention to all the different things? Like, we become distracted drivers with our emotions. Okay, your emotions can also cause a change in your body, creating stress, causing your breath to quicken, causing panic attacks even. Okay, and so the more that we have to deal with, the harder it is for our body to handle that situation. One of the most kind of common emotions that we deal with while we're driving is that of anger. Okay, and as we're driving down the road, we're doing things the right way, and we expect other people to do, and sometimes they don't, and that makes us mad. Okay, and that's going to lead to what we call road rage. And in some cases, road rage is as simple as, you know, a verbal outburst. What are you doing? I'm on the phone with my parents or other family members, and you know, somebody having like, "Are you an idiot?" Like, I'll verbalize my anger at this person. Like, that is road rage. Okay, but road rage can go so much further than that. Okay, it can become a furious rage. It can lead people to perpetrate like acts of violence against other people. Okay, and so you do not want to get to that point. Anger is going to impair your driving skills. Anger is going to impair your ability to use reason. Okay, and so you're going to do things that you might not normally do. I have a friend of mine that driving down Highway 17, driving down Market Street in Wilmington, he got cut off. He almost wrecked, had his baby in the back seat. They get to the stoplight. He gets out of his vehicle, goes to the other, and starts banging on the vehicle's windows. Like, dude, are you stupid? Okay, but he was so angry, he didn't think of all the possible repercussions of his actions. Okay, but anger isn't the only, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to have a road rage video that pops up here in a minute, but anger is not the only one that kind of plays a part in this. There's other things as well. Depression, anxiety, sorrow, all of those can affect our mental alertness, our ability to focus on that IPDE process. You know, being excited even, being happy can affect, like, we're so kind of caught up that our emotions and our mind is not able to focus. It doesn't matter what these emotional situations are, they can and do affect your driving abilities. Okay, you are successful when you drive, when you can devote yourself fully to the task at hand. And if you can't, if your emotions or emotional state is to the point that you can't do that, don't get behind the wheel, because the sadness that you're feeling, you might make worse. Okay, the anger you're feeling might lead to somebody else getting hurt. All right. Sometimes the passengers can affect our driving, right? We've already talked a little bit. I think you guys talked about, you know, distracted driving. One of the number one things that distracts drivers are our passengers, right? And so our passengers can be distractions, but they can also, you know, cause our emotions to swing widely one way or the other. So while we're driving, okay, you want the driver to maintain control of his vehicle. You don't want to cause that driver to get distracted, to get angry, to get sad. And so avoid saying or doing things to distract the driver. Avoid saying or doing things to make the driver upset, angry, or sad, like whatever it is. Okay? Try to talk the driver out of taking reckless actions. Okay? If you're in the car with somebody that's upset, somebody that's driving erratically, try to stop them. Okay? If they won't stop, okay, if they won't let somebody else drive, make them pull over. Get out of the car. Okay? Call somebody else. Find somebody to give you a ride. It's not worth your life. All right? And compliment the driver sometimes. Hey, I just want to let you know that was a great job avoiding that car back there. I know that car, I can't believe what they did, but you did a good job navigating around it. Okay? That can help to calm somebody's nerves. It can help to support them in those situations. Okay? Our emotions can make us take risks. Okay? And when we take risks driving, we're putting our lives and others in danger. Okay? Be mature. Don't take those risks. Don't do things that put your life or others in danger. No matter the situation, no matter the emotional state you're in, no matter who's in the car with you that's encouraging to do it, like, you are the responsible party as the driver. Okay? And so being mature enough that you recognize that your mental state isn't good for you to drive or to try to overcome those states. Okay? When we are driving with emotions, okay, one of the ways that we can cope is just our normal driving habits. If we make it a habit of following appropriate processes, of being organized in the way that we drive, of the way that we identify, predict, decide, and execute things. If we do that over and over and over again, then when we're under emotional stress, then hopefully we're able to kind of stop that, right? We are able to fall back on the way that we typically do things. Okay? If we know that there's always bad traffic and that situation gets to me, then try to avoid it. Like, if I'm at work until 5 o'clock, I usually try to wait until 5:20 or 5:30. That allows that rush hour traffic to get by. Right? If you got an aggressive driver, try not to make eye contact. Don't make hand gestures to him. Don't wave with one finger. Just avoid eye contact. Remain calm. Remove yourself from the situation. Slow down a little bit. Let the car get by you. Okay? Learn from your mistakes. When you make a mistake, go, gosh, I can't believe I just did that. Our goal in controlling our emotions is to always try to make sure that we're putting ourselves and other people in safe situations, right? Like I said, emotions are big. Emotions are one of the trickiest things that we deal with as we drive. Okay? Because there's situations where things happen, you get emotional, and you don't really have a choice. Okay? But please, please, please do not put yourself in danger. Because if you're putting yourself in danger, you're also putting other people in danger.